Hey friends, welcome to this Jersey Girl's home. My name is Vicky and we're gonna make some viral casseroles today. All these recipes can be found on allrecipes.com.
Be a friend, leave a heart in the comments, like and subscribe.
We need to turn our oven on to 350 degrees. One of the recipes is 375, but before I get that started, actually maybe I'll just do both. We'll get this one at 350 and the lower one at 375. First up is a stick of butter, chicken and rice casserole. Let's do it. All right guys, the first ingredient we need is rice, and we need 2 cups of rice. So we're gonna come over here to this massive bucket. I bought a really big Costco bag of rice. Rice is one of those things that it's not going to bankrupt you. 2 cups of rice, so that's 1. And 2. Okay, it says to add mushrooms. I don't really like chunks of mushrooms in my food. We're going to use golden mushroom soup. It also calls for condensed beef consomme, which made me choose the golden mushroom because that I think has more beef broth in it than maybe the regular one. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna make it work. Okay. Condensed French onion soup. It says to use the Campbell's one. I have a homemade French onion soup. We're using that. 1 stick of butter. That's where this casserole gets its name. One cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Scissors. I'm on a roll here. I'm just shoving it all in. I'm not going to worry about what needs to go in first and last. And we're just going to get this in. Right? It's going to come together. Okay. Looks good. All right, we're going to maybe cut up our chicken. Alright guys, I have quite a few little separate bags of chicken that I thawed out, and I'm just going to divvy this up. I'm not going to do I'm not measuring weights and doing 2 pounds. You can do 2 pounds if you like, but I am just going to divvy this up and get it in my 3 casseroles. So I was going to make 3 casseroles for this video. The third recipe that I had found on some other website was so gross that I didn't feel like sharing it with you would be worth your time. So I did end up editing that out of the video that you're going to see. But that night I did make 3 casseroles, but the third casserole was just really gross. So we're just going to scratch that one and show you the awesome ones that we made. I'm going to wash my hands. A teaspoon of garlic powder. a teaspoon of onion powder, 3/4 a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt. And a teaspoon of, ooh, oh my goodness, of paprika. How cute is he? If you weren't bad like me and mixed all the cheese in already, you could top it off with some cheese. I'm just gonna put the foil on and get it in the oven for an hour. This is so easy. I don't know why I've been skimping on making casseroles. What a great way to have some food in the fridge. One recipe down, one to go. What's up next? Let's check her out. The Bang Bang Chicken Casserole is what's next. Let's get this made. Alright, this is the recipe that needs the oven at 375 degrees. So the first thing I guess we need to do is cook the chicken on a cast iron skillet over medium-high heat. So I'm going to do the chicken part first. Alright, let's chop this chicken up. Nothing like having food in the fridge ready to go for dinner or lunch. Makes life so much easier. In this recipe, I'm going to do the 3 chicken breasts. So we got quite a bit going on here. Again, I'm going to go wash my hands and then we're going to get some seasonings in the bowl. We need a teaspoon of onion powder. I want a tablespoon of garlic, but fresh minced garlic, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to sprinkle some garlic powder in there to hope that that'll kind of come together at the right amounts. We need 2 teaspoons of sriracha. I have this hot sauce, so this is what I am going to use. And we want 2 tablespoons of heat. Oh, look, it's a little big one. And 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Okay, we're gonna mix this up. And then it says to completely coat, sprinkle it with flour until completely coated. And let me get that cast iron pot on the stove or skillet so it can get warming. You want that cast iron pan to be hot when you get it ready to cook with it. Alright, let's see what we need here. I have a little 1/4 cup filled with flour. We want everything to get well coated with it. the chicken a nice good crust. I think that is, yeah, quarter cup was good. Woohoo! Alright, so we're just going to stir this up, get it all coated. My skillet is on medium-high heat. Okay, so it's very pasty like. Okay, I think we need oil in our skillet, so let's do that. We'll get some avocado oil because it calls for something that will be neutral flavored. Oh, that'll be good. Just test it to make sure it's hot, and then once it's hot, we're good to go. Want to make sure we spread it out. I think because we're not doing the full 2 pounds, I think we'll be able to get this all in one thing. But it said if you're doing, make sure to work in batches and not overcrowd your pan. You want them to all get a nice crust. Keep it roomy for them, alright? See how nice and spacious that is? That's not overcrowded. That is perfectly fine. Alright, I'm going to pull over some of my ingredients to the stove because after the chicken is done cooking in the pan, we're just going to toast our rice with seasonings, and then everything will go in our pan and get in the oven. But we're flipping the chicken, and you can see it's got a beautiful crust on it. Beautiful. That is our seasonings and flour right there making that beautiful crust. I'm glad I chose to put more chicken in this recipe because this one actually has less rice. That will work out nicely that I put the 3 breasts in here and didn't skimp out as much as I did in the other recipe. But we're using what we have and making do to make these yummy casseroles, so that is what you gotta do. I'm gonna turn the heat off while I get all this stuff transferred because what I don't want to happen is that the oil starts to burn from getting too hot. Bring over my chicken in there. Using a flat spoon so that I can kind of drain the oil off when I'm walking over. So good. Thing is, we're going to saute our rice with seasonings in the pan. Okay, so let me just get the chili sauce open. I hope this is the right kind of chili sauce. I feel like there's like multiple kinds and I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna get this in. We're gonna get 2 tablespoons of chili sauce and we're just gonna eyeball that. 1 tablespoon, oh, that would have been wrong, of soy sauce. 1.5 teaspoons of rice vinegar. We're going to toast this up. Oh, it smells delicious. Once this toasts up really good, we want to add our chicken broth. After about 2 minutes, and that's going to be 2 cups. I'm out of homemade chicken broth, so I have store-bought, and I like to just buy chicken stock or bone broth because that has a lot of nutrients. It's not just flavor. Alright, this looks good to me. I'm gonna get my chicken broth in here. We're gonna bring this to a boil and then we're gonna get this in our dish. Alright, this is nice and hot. We're just gonna get that in here. Getting that in. Okay, awesome. Alright. So now we're just gonna cover this up with foil and get it in the oven. And this one's a faster cook because we pre-cooked the chicken already. It's a hot stick of butter casserole. Woo, I'm the glasses. Yay, we're filling up that fridge. Oh, look at that. So gorgeous. Absolutely delicious looking. Nice and toasty. Now we're going to make the bang bang sauce so we can finish up the bang bang chicken casserole. You are going to need a cup of mayonnaise, a 1/4 cup of the sweet chili sauce that we used, 2 tablespoons of your hot sauce, and 1.5 teaspoons of rice vinegar. You'll want to mix this up really, really, really good, and you'll see the colors change right before your eyes. It's so cool. It really did work. I think I used the right chili sauce because casserole came out absolutely delicious. Remember, all of these can be found on allrecipes.com, and I highly recommend you try them. Keep watching so you can see how they turned out. All right, let's get a scoop of this and a scoop of that. So exciting. Okay guys, let's give it a try. We'll try the stick of butter one first. Ooh, the flavor is delicious. My favorite. I only tried one so far, but I love it.
Yeah, you're being over dramatic.
It was
It's your
really
favorite
good.
thing you've ever ate?
Well, not ever ate, but that's a good casserole. That tastes good. All right, let's try some bang bang chicken. Wow, I'm impressed. This one's definitely spicy. But so good.
What?
These are winners.
Cool.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Thanks for watching. You guys are the best.